אז, לפני שאני מעביר את הבמה לאנשים הנפלאים של מייקרוסופט, כדי שיציגו לכם את ארגז הכלים שהם מציעים לכם להשתמש בהאקתון הזה, אין חובה להשתמש בכלים של מייקרוסופט, אבל אנחנו ממליצים בחום, הם הקפיצו אתכם שנות אור קדימה וגם יהיה לכם את הליווי הכי מקצועי שיש. אני רק אגיד שאנחנו עכשיו נעבור על הטכנולוגיות של מייקרוסופט, לאחר מכן אני אספר לכם קצת מידע חשוב על ההשתתפות שלכם בהאקתון, איך זה קורה, איך יעבוד השיפוט, מה הולך להיות הלוז, מה אתם צריכים להביא מהבית. קריטריונים לשיפוט, דברים שנראה לי שאתם רוצים לדעת, ואחרי זה נעלה לגג ותהיה בירה. סבבה, נשמע טוב? טוב, אז מייקרוסופט ישראל, הבמה שלכם.
אז כמה מילים הקדמה. אנחנו נראה לכם את ה-Cognitive Services שרץ באז'ור, נראה לכם וידאו אינדקסר שגם באז'ור, ואחר כך מיקס ריאליטי, מי שירצה, מי שיבחר לנצל את הכוח של הטכנולוגיה הזאת, נוכל להעניק לו פס על אז'ור שלא יעלה לו כסף, וגם לתת לכם מיקס ריאליטי הדסט, כדי שתוכלו להתאמן, ולקנות על זה את הפתרונות שלכם. אז בבקשה, ארי, ב-AI.
Okay, all right. קודם כל, אני עובר לאנגלית. I'm going to switch to English just for this small segment, and we'll go back to Hebrew later. I've been asked by Dina to give a big high-level overview of some of our cognitive services and APIs that will help you with your projects. Before I get started, just a high level about me and what I do. My name is Ari. I work with startups here in Israel to develop open source technologies that we then share and travel around the world presenting the work we do, in collaboration with different developer ecosystems here. As part of the Azure package, we have a whole series of APIs that are easy to use and get started with that can help provide context to your applications. They go across a couple of different domains. And I think these are really valuable, especially when we're talking about accessibility, the different competitions that we're talking about today. So we have APIs around computer vision, motion recognition, face detection. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. Being able to detect handwriting, to make things easier, custom vision, which we'll get into in the video indexer, which there's going to be a demo right after me. In addition, especially around the areas of accessibility, we have services that enable direct text-to-speech, speech-to-text, also in multiple languages. We have direct translation, so that if you have like an application where you want to enable accessibility, we have APIs where you can speak into it, and in real time, you have access to those APIs in the direct translations without having to go from speech to text and backwards. We also have a service around custom speech, which is really nice, which I recommend checking out, which enables you to customize your speech models for the specific applications and contexts that you have. For example, if you were to take a run-of-the-mill speech algorithm and apply it in the stages or when there's all the background noise of EuroVision, you might have challenges with it, but you can use these types of services to fine-tune them without actually having to go very deep in understanding exactly how the models and the code behind the scenes work. Additionally, things around language understanding, being able to remove personal information, do things like text translation, text analytics, and also services for making better Q&A or information finders, question and answering, which can be very, very powerful for, again, accessibility applications. And additionally, one of the biggest things when we're talking, and I'll give a demo of this in just a second, when we're talking about models and building out smart applications is your data. And we have a strong set of APIs that allow you to index and search all the knowledge that exists on the internet, things like images and videos, and additionally different structured data that you can use and link directly your applications. So I'm going to give a quick demo of a couple of these technologies now and what they look like. And everything here works in the browser, but you can, again, get started with this very, very easily. You can see here, to get started, you just search cognitive services, Azure on the internet. We have a bunch of, again, APIs across vision, speech, language. I'm gonna dive into the one for computer vision. So I'll upload a video image here that I have from the EuroVision finals. So what you can see here directly, without having to write a single line of code, I can upload this image. I can identify where each person in the image is. I can identify each of the bounding boxes and their faces. I can identify the emotions of each of the individuals, so I can use that to provide stronger contextual applications. I can identify that they're all singing, that they're probably part of music or concert, or band, or choir. I can see the way that they're posing. I can even get a text caption, which I can use for Smart, which has built into it the ability to identify certain celebrities. So for instance, it identifies correctly some of the lead singers from EuroVision. And I get all of this stuff essentially for free with one API call that I can directly interact and link to my applications without having to do any additional modeling or pulling models from GitHub or trying to get everything trained and working. It's very, very quick and very, very easy to get set up and start prototyping. But let's take a look at what happens when I need a little bit more. So I have here like a very basic image of Serrano, which we'll give it 1 second to load. So you can see I get the same features and the same information I have. But one of the challenges here is not every model or every pre-built service knows everything, right? So I know that it's outdoor, and I know that there's some trees, and I know it's an image of a sidewalk, but it'd be very hard for me to know that this is Serrano. So in addition to this, when we talk about our cognitive services and custom services, we have two types. We have pre-built models, where it's just one API call, but also we have services that allow you to tune, called custom cognitive services. And I'm going to give you an example very, very quickly of what that looks like. I have one that I built for, or that we'll build together right now, that can identify a couple different landmarks. So I've trained it on 6 images of Azrieli, a couple images of the beach, and some images of Habiba. And what I can do is I can take my search API here, and I searched for an image of Serrano. I can go check the JSON. So when I do a query, I get all this information back. And again, you can see how easy it is to now have data-rich applications. I can even here specify my search based on a given license, which makes it easier to know what kind of images and create better, more contextually rich data sets. And now I'm going to take this URL from Wikipedia for Serrano. I'll just copy and paste this here. And I'm going to quickly test the model that I built earlier. We might have an unexpected result. So I'm going to run this model. It'll take a second because it's sending everything on the cloud. And okay, I get something interesting here. I get some prediction that there's a bima in the beach and that it's definitely not like Azrieli, but it doesn't tell me that it's Serrano. So how can I get around this? Well, because I have the ability to custom train and augment these models, all I have to do is I have a bunch of images here of Serrano. I click open and upload them up to the cloud, and I add a tag, Serrano. So very, very quickly, we uploaded them to the cloud. I quickly click train, which should take just a couple seconds, or maybe something like 10 seconds to train the model live. I get a new model now with a new endpoint. And I can take that same image from before now, run it against this model, and now I have more certainty that this is Serrano and not the beach and not Habiba. So with very, very simple few amount of images, something like 30 images across multiple different domains, I can take that I can actually pull from the public domain using these different cognitive search APIs. I can build more robust models that help me model things and provide more rich context to our applications, your hackathon challenges for accessibility that you might get out of the box. So just like we have this for custom vision, and just like we have this for regular vision, we also have this across many domains. And additionally, we have some really interesting stuff around video indexer, being able to process videos as well. So I'm going to hand over the floor to the next speaker to tell you a little bit more about that.
שלום לכולם, שמי אלה, אני המנהלת מוצר של וידאו אינדקסר. וידאו אינדקסר הוא אחד מהקוגניטיב